Your unique story, our global audience. Global One Media.
Hello, and welcome to another one of our interviews with senior leaders and advisors of companies from various sectors to help you, our viewers, identify good investment opportunities and make intelligent investment decisions. I am Munir Barazi, your business analyst and host, and I am pleased to welcome today Sophy Cesar, the Investor Relations Consultant at Canadian North Resources, or CNRI, an established company that works in exploration and development and focuses primarily on the Ferguson Lake project, which features base metals such as nickel, copper, and cobalt, as well as platinum group metals such as palladium, platinum, and rhodium. Canadian North Resources is listed on the TSX Venture Exchange as CNRI and on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange as EO0. Hello, Sophie. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Hi, Munir.
So let me jump right into it and ask you about your recent private placement. You've recently announced that you've closed your private placement. Can you tell us about the specifics?
Of course. So we closed actually two. We closed a charity flow-through financing of just under $5 million at $3.42 per share. And then we also closed a regular flow-through of $3,682,000 at $2.70 a share. And what's really interesting about these two flow-throughs is that both of these were eligible for the recently announced 30% critical metals exploration tax credit. And actually, Canada has listed 31 metals that it considers to be critical. And that includes the metals that we're exploring for, so being the nickel, copper, cobalt, platinum, and palladium that you mentioned.
It's really great. And before that announcement, you also announced that you've increased your offering of flow-through shares. Is this due to a high investor interest in your share offerings?
Well, we've actually had very high investor interest on the stock. We actually continue to take meetings even now in this week leading up to Christmas. And I think the interest is due to how well we've actually performed in this market. The share price is very stable, and also the potential that we have for this project of being a world-class resource.
That is wonderful. Seems like there is great potential ahead. And let me ask you about a concern that investors are probably thinking about. With those private placements and financing rounds, how do you address the risk of dilution?
Well, we have a very, very tightly held stock. So there's approximately only 12 million shares free trading, and the rest are either restricted or in escrow. So I think adding, 3-4 million shares to the float is minimal. They're also subject to a 4-month hold. And at the same time, we were able to bring in some significant funds into the stock, and they see a long-term potential growth with Canadian North. And I think that's a win-win for both Canadian North and shareholders.
Indeed. And can you give us details about where those funds will be deployed? What resources and capabilities are you going to develop right now?
So the funds are predominantly going to be used for diamond drilling during the 2023 season. The exploration season starting in early April on the ice of Ferguson Lake. And so we're targeting meterage of approximately 20,000 meters for 2023. And we're going to be using 3 to 4 drills, testing both shallow, so 200 meters, and deep, over 1,000-meter targets. And then we're also going to be doing borehole electromagnetic surveys, and we're going to utilize that to support the whole exploration. And we plan to have high-resolution drone magnetic surveys over a selected area of the properties to help us map out and grow our resource.
Lots of things to look forward to. My last question, are there any important milestones in the Ferguson Lake project in 2023?
So with all those phenomenal, like that phenomenal exploration that we're doing, the plan is to actually take the 47 million tons inferred and make that indicated, and also to increase the size of the resource. And then the plan is to take that and take those results, update our 43-101, and then move to pre-feasibility. So it's going to be a very, very big year for us, 2023.
Excellent. Lots of things to pay attention to. Thank you very much, Sophy Cesar from CNRI, for sharing all of those updates. We look forward to hearing about the next developments from CNRI.
Well, thank you, Munir, and happy holidays to you and the team, and to all our shareholders and investors.
Happy holidays.